Alright, welcome back. You're at the title of the video, I ain't gonna waste your time. Now, think back to the job that you valued the least. You know, the one job you thought was an absolute shithole that, was just trash. Think like Macca's worker flipping burgers. No hate to people who flip burgers at Macca's, but, just that shit job that you didn't think much of. Might have been your first job, might have been, whatever. And think about why. Why was it that you valued that job so little? Was it your employer, colleagues? Was it your boss? Was it the actual work? Was it the hours? Whatever it was. Try and figure out why you valued this job the least. Now, once you've got an idea, think about your performance in that workplace. Now, chances are it probably wasn't very good. Now, compare that to the job you valued the most. Now, think about, the same reasons why you thought that other job was trash or you valued little. Why did you value this job so much? Why was this, the best job you've ever worked? Now, how much better did you actually do in that top job compared to your least valued job? Because I'm almost certain that you will have seen a better work quality, whatever, from that top job than you did the bottom one. Now, I got this kind of idea from, I was reading the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, David Schwartz. And he said that your perspective on your current job is almost directly correlated with your performance in that job. Now, I don't know the science behind it. He probably does. That's why he's called Dr. David Schwartz. He clearly knows what he's talking about. And I'm asking you these questions because I asked them to myself literally like a couple days ago when I read it in this book. And I figured that I kind of found out that it was, the more I valued a job, the more important I thought it was, the better I did, and the more I was likely to improve and be open to improvement, and and then same with the shit jobs. Like, I just think straight away for to the shit jobs that I valued least, my days in fast food, whatever, and those jobs I wasn't really interested in improving. And that all comes down to your perspective on it and how big you think that job is. Now, if you don't believe your work or your job, this could be your fucking YouTube channel, whatever. If you don't think it is valuable or important, then you're almost guaranteed to produce a lower quality. Now, you should be seeing where I'm going with this. You've got to kind of switch your mindset to believe that it doesn't matter how shit or valueless it actually is. That's the big thing here. It doesn't matter how shit it actually is. It could be, cleaning fucking cow shit out of a paddock, for all I care. But if you think of that job in a really high manner, then you are likely to get the absolute most out of that job and, improve to the point where open to things like promotions and, collaborations and all that kind of stuff. Good business opportunities. And it's actually surprising how little people think of their jobs. So many people just turn up to work, they hate their job, They think they hate that it's shit, whatever, and they wonder why they never get that promotion they wanted, or never get a raise, or are just getting paid shit in general. And that's because they're just doing a shit amount of work because they think shit of the job. You know, like they're not actually focusing in on improving their craft, and you know, maybe it's going the extra mile. I'm not saying if you work an office job, stay back 5 hours a day, but you know, actively getting your work done and asking questions and, you know, just being like a good worker and treating your job with the value that, you know, it deserves or may not deserve. The point is, it doesn't actually, like I said, it doesn't matter what it is in reality. It's what you believe it to be. You know, if you are just a little fucking ant in a corporate fucking building office job, you know, you could be either just some little fucking useless piece of shit, or you could be contributing to a success somewhat. You know, it might be like I don't know, I'll use a construction example because it's easier for me to visualize. You know, you could be either some bum apprentice on a construction site digging a hole, and you know, you think is purposeless, when you can just shift your mindset and all of a sudden you are literally building houses for future generations to, you know, create society, you know, to help build society going forward. You see what I'm kind of saying? That was a shit example, but hopefully you get the idea I'm trying to get at here. You've got to turn your negative, degrading thoughts about your work into positive, you know, uplifting thoughts. And you'll be amazed that once you truly believe that, your work performance will just skyrocket. This is the exact tool that now I only learned it a few days ago, but I'm going to start implementing not only in this, my YouTube channel and my work at home, but the jobs I do, in order to, you know, potentially open myself up to more pay or whatever. But I hope that this is as useful and you understand that this could be potentially life-changing. Like I think it said like 8 out of 10, or you know, like a large majority of people just think their job is shit and don't actually even try to perceive it as something different. And then naturally they wonder why they're stuck in this infinite cycle of never improving. And it all just is to do with a mindset change. All right, I think that's about it for me. It's not, you know, my content's not crazy. I'm just another little useful tool that will I personally believe will skyrocket your work. Regardless of what it is, just flip your mindset, think of that importance, even if you have to make it up, you know? Just convince yourself that your work is important, and just look out. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're still here at the end of the video, I love you, and remember, life is what you make it.